Hello, so today we are going to be calibrating the fixation amount for the profile for this T-styled max heavyweight black t-shirt. As you can see, this t-shirt is very thick, so it's important that we get the correct amount of fixation spray, or else it will either fall off in the wash or it won't show as brilliantly as it could, depending on if you have too high or too low. The way that we're going to be doing this is we're going to be printing several lines of prints at different fixations and just drying it and seeing what looks best.
Okay, so we have several pre-made cues. We're going to press load cue, and we're going to be selecting the one that says 50 through 100. I'm going to open that up, and it is going to pre-populate all of these test sprays and test prints. The goal here being we're going to open up this side menu, and we're going to press the spray button. This will open up an information panel, and if you go over to the green buttons, you will send it off to be sprayed. After that, you will move the file to the bottom. The next spray location will be enabled at the next spray amount. You'll press spray again, and then you'll fire it off. And then after that, you'll do it one more time. And then this will be the actual print for this area. So after a wipe, you're just going to print this image and then continue until you get all the way through print test 3, which is going to be at the top.
Okay, so at this point we have sprayed the first two fixation layers at different levels, 50 and 60. So I'm going to lightly wipe off a small amount of the fixation just to even it out, and we will be doing our first print. Okay, so yeah, let's get a close-up shot of this. What we're going to be looking for is little jagged edges like this. As you can see, that's called spiking, and as you can see, there's a good amount of it. That means that our lines aren't quite as detailed as we would like them to be. To me, this means that we are under-fixated, which is why we're going to go up. Okay. Next spray, next wipe. Going to be very gentle here. You're not trying to push all the fixation off. You're just trying to even it out. And some of it will run onto the previous print. That's okay. Okay. I'm starting to notice less spiking as we look around here. If you look down here again, you'll see that it's kind of all over the place, but over here I'm kind of mostly seeing it right here, a little bit through here. It's getting better as we add more fixation. So I'm going to notate 70 and 80, and then we're going to keep going. I think my sleeve touched the previous prints. Here are our final prints. As you can see, things are starting to run off because of the amount of fixation, but this is still a good test. If you look at the letters here, there's very minimal spiking. Things are looking pretty good, but I do expect this to be too much fixation. We'll see after they dry. So it just came off the dryer. And as you can see, we're starting to look a little bit over fixated down here. Things are starting to run a little bit. Seems as if it's not completely fixating to the shirt. If you have too much fixation, the ink will actually sit on top of the shirt rather than soak down into it and actually dye the fibers. So we're thinking that in here is probably our best bet, somewhere in the 70 or 80 range. There's a minimal amount of spiking, as you can see. And yeah, we're gonna try this again, but we're gonna try using 2 separate sprays to allow the fixation to soak into the shirt a little bit more first.
So let's say you wanted to do a spray on the entire shirt first. The best way to do that is to select a job that has some spray amount. You're going to open up this side menu here. You're going to disable image area only, and you're going to set this to the amount of spray you want on the entire shirt. This time it's going to be 30. You're going to press the spray button, and it will cover the entire shirt in fixation. From there, you can re-enable image area only and continue as you were.
Okay, so we are on our next test for the Max Heavyweight T-Styled. This is a very thick shirt, so we're going to be trying to do a pre-spray at 30% fixation over the entire area. And then starting at 30 in increments of 5, we're going to be doing 6 prints to try and see if adding an extra layer to let soak in will help with the fixation and the cure process. All right, now by spraying that, it's starting to soak in already, and we can begin doing our normal test. You can already tell that it's soaked in much better. Okay, well this is, as you can see, there's still a certain amount of spiking as expected, but this is already starting to look a little bit better to me. The eyes are very vibrant, even in the details. There's still a little bit of spiking, but it's getting better at the lower amount of fixation. So we're going to do, we're going to add some more on the next test, and we'll show you what happens then. That'll do. Okay, so as you can see, if you look at these characters, the level of spiking is decreasing. Still not quite where we want it, but it's getting better. So we're gonna do 30 plus 50 and 55 next. Okay, we're starting to get where I want to be. I think that this might be the one to be. So this one's at 30 plus 55. No, 50. Oops. All right, let's see how it comes out of the dryer. We are fresh off the conveyor belt, and do it this way. So as you can see, starting at the lowest here, going up to the highest, there is still a little bit of spiking, but the pitting has pretty much gone away. Everything's a clear, even white. I would say that my favorite of this bunch is this one. Has the smallest amount of spiking. The white looks very clean. Yeah, I think that a second layer helped this print.